Jerry,
What?
it's finally happened.
What?
Antonio Gates is in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, sweet. Damn, it took a long time.
Yeah, no shit.
He's been done for a while.
Antonio Gates, Eric Allen, Jared Allen, and Sterling Sharp will be the four inducted into the Hall on August 2nd in Canton, Ohio.
Oh, let me pull that up so I can look at it too.
So that's an interesting tiny fact about today's award ceremony.
Those are the only four?
Yep. Yeah, it is the smallest class since 2005, I believe, whenever Marino
only
went in.
4 people. No shit. This is gonna be the shortest fucking ceremony ever.
Thank God.
They're gonna let them talk all day. That's interesting.
You know what else I heard about?
No idea.
Canelo Alvarez is actually supposed to fight Jake Paul on May 3rd.
Oh, God. And we're supposed to care about this? Why?
He's actually fighting a boxer for the first time ever.
Okay.
I just want to see him get knocked the fuck right out. Like into next week. Just fucking crunch the bitch.
I mean, I don't know.
I hate that kid. He's a piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit. Power ratings and trends. Maybe that's what it is. Nope.
Jesus Christ, Jerry.
I'm never gonna find this thing.
Super Bowl Sunday is upon us, Jerry.
Yeah.
Had a little bit of time off.
A little bit.
Otani's interpreter got 57 months.
I hope he gets $1 million for every month he serves.
It's kind of nuts.
A little bit.
I don't know what the maximum is for that type of shit, but, you know, just clearly cruising the ESPN headlines at this point in time. Welcome to another episode of the Fucked Up Fantasy Football Podcast. I still have bourbon, Jerry. I still have bourbon.
Good for you.
Your fucking president is making this impossible for me to continue my fucking habit, but I'll have to sort that out.
He's not necessarily my president. He is just the president of the country I reside in, and that's okay.
100% your president.
I mean, if you want to call him that, I mean, I guess so. As a good old-fashioned red-blooded American who's slowly morphing into a Florida man, that is my president then.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying. It's a tough realization sometimes, but it's okay. I'm just calling it like it is.
I look in the mirror every morning and I piss excellence, baby.
Yeah, boy. I grabbed 2 bottles of emergency bourbon though. I grabbed an Elijah Craig. Never had Elijah Craig yet, by the way.
Pretty good.
And I also grabbed a Evan Williams. It was between the Evan Williams or the Granddad, and I decided on Evan Williams. Yeah,
it's good stuff. Yeah. I like it. I mean, I'm still fucking with my benchmark. I'm almost done with it. I'll finish it before the end of the podcast.
I need something for the decanter, basically, is what the Evan Williams is for. Have you heard of this concept? This was explained to me on the weekend. Have you heard of the concept of an infinity bottle?
No.
So basically, you take your decanter, and every single time you open up a bottle of bourbon, you pour 1 ounce into that decanter. And apparently this is known as the infinity bottle. Apparently a lot of bourbon heads do this. So
I'm just an old-fashioned alcoholic, and I just take bottle, pour into glass, and drink.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I might try this though. I might try this. I'm not gonna lie. This sounds a little bit of interest because, as you know, my collection is quite large at this point in time, and
good for you.
That would be like 17, 18 shots, I think. So it might end up being a decent bottle, you know?
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm so not excited for this game, Jerry. So not excited.
I'm not thrilled for it. I'm excited for the day. I'm excited for Super Bowl Sunday. I'm excited to sit on my couch and watch a really fucking wildly exaggerated and dragged out production of the sport we love, and all the stupid things that Tom Brady's going to say. Yeah, I mean, but otherwise, as I was saying before we hit the record button, I've been scrolling through this game, picks, props, whatever, and I'm just like, I'm not really that hyped for it, I guess, to I guess agree with what you're saying.
I am really hyped for the halftime show. If he plays, he fucking comes out and plays Good Kid, Mad City, and I hear the fucking yeah, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind.
But you're also gonna hear a song that he won 5 Grammys for. There's no doubt
that's
gonna get played now.
Oh my god, that is also gonna I've been waiting for.
I'd like to just add real quick, even though we are supposed to be talking about football. This is football related because it has
definitely football related, 100%.
But it's it's been brought to my understanding, and you could validate, clarify, whatever. The day after Kendrick won all those Grammys, I received a text from a coworker stating that if you paid close attention to his attire for the evening, he was in a full denim outfit.
Correct.
Don't they call that a Canadian tuxedo?
That's correct, sir. He was trolling.
So, I mean, it just doesn't end.
Trolling.
The man, even when he's on top,
every moment of every day,
clearly won, and he's just like, I just want to remind you. I just would like you to what, and just not fuck him up. That's what he's doing to him, and props to you. I'm gonna pour some more liquor into my glass to honor you, Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, Booker's for Kendi. That's for sure.
He's my hero. He's my hero. I like that guy a lot. He's great.
Let's do it. And I'm glad I am always been on this side. It's just fucking hilarious. Being a Canadian, people might think that I somehow like Drake a little bit. As you know, Jerry, I have been hating Drake since before he was in a wheelchair.
Yeah, I mean, I never hated him or disliked him that much. I did like some of his music, and
for somebody
that was pretty good.
For somebody who's principled and has morals and has a little bit of ethics, if you say that you're going to be something, which it's a little different now even, but if you say you're going to, still in this era, if you said you were going to be something, you were supposed to be something, and it was all pre-written and was all made up, and clown. Straight up clown. There's a difference between having someone ghostwrite you a song and having everything pre-written and ghostwritten for you by not you. Just saying. Because one of the most legendary mainstream songs, of course, is Still Dre, and that was written by Sean Carter. So, is what it is. Just saying. Which makes more sense after I heard that, and you think about Jay-Z's structure and how he kind of bounces a little bit. It actually sounds like a Jay-Z song too. It's kind of weird. Maybe imagining
that was a fresh nugget of info you just dropped. You dropped on me. I didn't know that.
Oh, really? You didn't know that? Oh, yeah. There you go, buds.
So I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'm not real hip on the whole ghostwriting or who is or who isn't and all that stuff.
Fair play.
Maybe I should be. I mean, there's some guys you definitely know aren't.
Yes.
Getting that, or if they do, it's very occasional that someone writes something for them.
Yes.
But I'm not real hip to all that. But I mean, when it pops up and it becomes news or anything like that, then yeah. But no, did not know that. That's a very interesting little nugget. I like that.
Hey, that's why they pay me the big bucks, Jerry. That's why they pay me the big bucks.
Yeah.
Last week was treacherous, or 2 weeks ago, I should say, at this point in time. And I know we discussed this a little bit, but it was a blood bloodbath. Jerry's the only one to record a win, and it was a win. Everybody else lost. 0 for 2 Molly, 0 for 2 Corey, 0 for 2 Brooke. You went 1-1. Molly is now 61 and 37. I am 48 and 49 and 1. You are 38, 55 and 1. And Brooke is 41 and 57. I am a statistician, Jerry. I dug up last year's numbers because I was interested. I'm always interested in shit like this. I was interested to know, what were our records last year at this time? So last year at this time,
mine was bad.
You were actually not as bad as you think. I thought you were worse as well, to be honest with you. You were actually not that bad at Super Bowl time last year. You were 49, 41, and 1. That's not. Whoa. Yeah. I honestly thought you were sub 500 last year. I don't know why I had that in my brain.
Yeah, for real. So, I mean, because I sucked this year, so it was easy to think that.
I guess. Yeah. And you were like, yeah, we both kind of just like assumed that. So that's kind of hilarious. Brooke also has tumbled. Last year at this time, she was 54 and 40, actually, doing pretty well. So 13 game regression this year. That sucks. I last year led the pack at 61, 40, and 1. This year again, 48, 49, and 1. So my wife has the possibility, if her pick goes through this week, to beat me in all-time wins in a season for picks. Last year at this time, Molly was 56 and 38. So she has had a 5-game improvement on. My wife can pick games, bro. That is absolutely certified. Her winning percentage is by far the highest on this podcast for career.
It's just wacky.
Yeah, that's
just wacky.
Yeah. She literally picks her games based off how I yell at the TV and what I shit talk on this podcast, Jerry.
I like it.
Right? I wish I could have the same viewpoints, and I'm the one who's coming up with them, for God's sakes.
I like it.
Speaking of, Jerry, the last game of the year. The Philadelphia Eagles are playing the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs are -1 point favorites. The game is an over-under of 48.5. If you are into that type of thing, Jerry, you have told me that you didn't really have too many props and that you were a little bit out of energy, essentially, to talk about this game in a way. To be honest with you, I've completely avoided everything. I don't have ESPN. I don't have cable. So I usually just digest YouTube. I haven't turned on DAZN at all because I've just been so upset that the Ravens lost. And so I haven't really run into any coverage at all, my friend. I heard Jeff Mann's fucking going off like a psycho again today after lunch.
I haven't even turned on any fantasy radio in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks maybe. I can only imagine what he's talking about.
Yeah, he was going off on some interesting things, which definitely I'm going to be dropping some nuggets of my own thoughts regarding that. What have they been saying on the coverage here, Jerry? Is this are we talking like the same old, what is going on here? What is the shit? What has been the main headlines that you can summarize for me as someone who literally hasn't watched a single fucking minute of it?
Well, honestly, I couldn't even tell you because I haven't really been, I apologize, everybody. I do. I felt like I was going to get sucked into the cycle a little bit. I'm not going to act like I haven't listened to anything at all, but it's been very little, like very, very little. The thing I keep hearing is that everybody's in love with Dallas Goedert. Over 4.5 receptions. I'm not sure what the line is. And whatever his receiving prop is, because the Chiefs give up yards and catches to tight ends, apparently. That's what the buzz is on that. I went ahead and without any kind of influence or anything like that, I simply went ahead. I pulled the trigger on Kelsey over 60.5 yards receiving. Just because that just seems like a very doable number for a guy in this type of game. I'm going to quickly pull up his Super Bowl stats because like I just did that shit just like, you know what? I like that number. I had nothing behind it. Okay, here we go. 2020, 6 targets, 6 receptions for 43 yards. That would have been a loss. 21, 15 targets, 10 receptions for 133. Whew, okay. Last time he played the Eagles in 23, 6 targets, 6 receptions, 81 yards. Okay. Last year, against old San Fran, 10 targets, 9 receptions, 93 yards. So in the last 3 Super Bowls he's played, he's gone over that number. He didn't do shit in the championship game, but this is the Super Bowl. I can't see how they don't game plan him in there. I don't see how the Eagles don't try to do something about that. But then again, maybe they let Kelsey get his because he's going to be in the middle of the field all the time. It's not like he's going to break one for a touchdown, 60, 70 yards for a touchdown. He might get you a 25, a 30, maybe even a 40-yard little scamper. But he's going to get run down. So if you get something like that, you're already halfway there. So I don't know. That's just something I'm feeling right now personally. I'm probably going to do the coin toss. I think I might go tails. Another one, I can't find the article. I've been looking for it for the last 10 minutes. I found it on VSiN, the Vegas Sports Insider Network. This guy had, I wish I could remember what it was. His thing is the margin of victory, over under 14.5. It's right now currently on my book that's at -145. I'm really considering the under because if I do remember what I read, he said that that's only happened in like 2 of the last like 10 or 12 Super Bowls, something like that. It was like a 9-1 or 8-2 towards under 14.5. The one time was when the Bucks beat the shit out of the Chiefs in that Super Bowl, or was it the Chiefs? Yeah.
Yep.
They beat the shit out of them. And then when Brady went down to Atlanta and Atlanta gave up the lead, that got more than 14.5. Otherwise, they've all stayed inside of that number. So that's kind of an interesting play, I think.
Okay.
And another one I'm seeing is Samaje Perine over 7.5 yards receiving. That's getting a lot of attention as well. That's what I've been noticing lately as far as on the prop market. If there's any other ones that you got or whatever, I'll be more than willing to.
Oh yeah, this is definitely the story of. I know you kind of mentioned that that Travis Kelce has had some pretty decent numbers in the Super Bowl. But like honestly, is it ever really about the star players all the time? Like in general, you will have like. Do you remember how the Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl last year? Are you curious? Do you remember who won the game-winning touchdown?
It was what's his name? Hardman.
Exactly.
Cole.
Yeah, Cole Hardman. Not necessarily the number 1 receiver. Just saying.
No. But Kelsey still got his. I just want him to get his yards. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's going to be like MVP.
Yeah, no. I think it's a right call. I'm playing on the other side of it, which I actually agree with Jeff Mans today. Like a cked touchdown is like plus 4,000 or something stupid. Dude, I would definitely be throwing something on that.
Throw pizza money on it. Just some pizza money on it.
So
and you can make a few $100.
People need to just sit back, relax, think about that. For me, my 2 picks, I was in that cked pick that I'm going for, is DeAndre Hopkins. I know it's only -110, and that's both of these are both -110. However, DeAndre Hopkins over under in this game is 12.5.
Yeah, I saw that.
And Juju Smith-Schuster, folks, remember, Juju Smith-Schuster, who has been catching some long passes for the Kansas City Chiefs in recent weeks, his over-under is only 15.5, Jerry.
You can get that one catch.
Budskis. I'm taking, that's a parlay for me. That's a sandwich. I'm putting those together for sure. I'm taking Hopkins over 12.5 and Juju over 15.5. That's screams money to me. Screams money to me. The smartest prop, I think, and the most efficient prop right now for the money is this one, Jerry. Is plus 170. if the Kansas City Chiefs are behind at any point in time and win the game. Now, I love that one.
So you just gave your pick away.
I mean, that one is going to be obvious. But plus 170, I mean,
I like the value.
That is a huge value on that. That is a huge value. And it's only because of their because of their history as well, though. Like they have won one score games.
Every game.
One score games this year. It's literally their entire winning record. There's only a couple of blowouts that they've had. And so just by the numbers, even if you didn't want Kansas City Chiefs to win the game, that is like that's some more pizza money for sure. That's a plus 170. That's a beauty.
You know what you do with that?
Beauty.
If you're taking the Eagles, you sprinkle on that bet to just win back whatever you might lose if you just have, like, say, the Eagles, money line, or if you take them on the spread or whatever. Just do a little sprinkle to get some of it back, at least, like, get insurance on your bet.
Yeah,
but it won't eat away from so much of what you could win if the Eagles do, if you take that.
It's really difficult when you're in the Super Bowl because a lot of these things, it doesn't happen by the script. Like these teams have had 2 weeks to figure each other out. Essentially, they've had 2 weeks to try and understand it, and they've played each other before with almost an identical team. Kansas City actually has the lower skilled team in comparison to their last matchup. If you ask me, if you're judging on paper by paper, position by position, who they've lost, it's definitely a winning manner for the Philadelphia Eagles in that regard. So it's an interesting play, but I think that's got to be probably one of the best values out there on a random prop that happens, because that's been Kansas City coming from behind to win a game has been almost the most predictable thing in the National Football League this year, I would think. No.
Extremely rare when they lead wire to wire.
Yeah.
Extremely rare.
So I like that one for sure.
And they've done that against lesser competition.
Oh,
like the Bears.
The Bears. Oh yeah. So, should mention, if they're ever going to mention the Bears there, rest in peace. Clinky to the owner of the Chicago Bears, who passed away today at the ripe old age of something crazy. She's been the
102.
Been the owner since 1983. Whew, that's some
102 years old. Man. That's a life, man.
Yeah, good job, lady. You're as old as my Grammy was when she passed away last year. Good job.
I hope to God she got hammered every fucking day before she was like,
oh, bro,
not okay anymore to do that.
Man.
Like, you're that rich. You're, like, just you better be enjoying life. And even if you're not that rich, enjoy your life. But I'm just saying, like, at that point, when you own an NFL franchise, there's only 30 of them in the world, and you own one. Yeah, I hope life was good to her.
Life is good to me, Jerry.
Oh yeah,
that's a fucking filthy lie. But I hate the Philadelphia Eagles so much. There's nothing about them that makes me respect them. And that could be an obvious fact because I'm in the NFC East and I'm a division rival with this team. And I've pretty much owned the shit out of that team over the last decade. Like we've just teabagged you year after year after year after year after year. It's been fantastic. Fuck you, Mike. I don't understand the National Football League. I don't understand how the competition committee could not just ban this stupid butt touch play. It is definitely a danger to the safety of the players, and it's just not football. I know that you bag on me a little bit, Jerry. You've, made fun of the Canadian Football League because we won on a punt by 1 point in the game. But you have to tell me that the Canadian Football League has it right, and that is actually an illegal play. At no point in time can you go behind a ball carrier and push them forward like that because they don't want people to get fucking shellacked. And so, called the tandem buck. It's a 15-yard penalty, and you're not allowed to do that shit. So I really want the Philadelphia Eagles to lose for sure. Apologies, Saquon, but because you deserve it for sure. You definitely deserve a Super Bowl at some point in time, but not at the Philadelphia Eagles' expense. No, Saquon, no, Saquon. I know you're listening right now. No, it's not your time. The Kansas City Chiefs are unfortunately one of the best football teams in the National Football League right now. They've been one of the best National Football League teams, obviously, over the last couple of years because they've won the fucking championship, so you can't argue with that. People can fucking say that the referees have definitely done some interesting things, because they have. There's definitely no denying that. But at the end of the day, even with all those calls, there still are some teams that don't end up winning the game. So the Kansas City Chiefs, even though they literally don't have any number one wide receiver that's been a number one wide receiver in the last couple of years, seem to be able to put everything together. Andy Reid is one of the most amazing coaches by quite a long shot. And he should be the one getting Coach of the Year this year. I'm not sure who has won it this year. I don't even know if they've handed it out yet. But Andy Reid definitely deserves Coach of the Year. There's that team is shit. In comparison to the Kansas City Chiefs teams that he has had in the past, this team is fucking garbage. And this might be one of the most lackluster professional football teams that he has ever coached, because he had pretty good teams in Philly. They were fucking good. And so that's the other reason that I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs, Jerry. I'm a huge fan of Andy Reid, and I think that Andy Reid can prepare his team. Clearly, he's done it already 2 times to bring that championship home. The other side of the coin is fucking Steve Spags. You know Steve Spags intimately. That dude can do unbelievable things with the defense. Unbelievable things. The Kansas City defense, especially in the secondary, has to be one of the most improved secondaries in the National Football League this year. It is unbelievable how good they are. And it's because I really honestly firmly believe of the scheming, because those guys are not that talented. Apologies to the professionals over there, because I know it's a highly touted position, but Jesus Christ, out of the 50, 60 cornerbacks in the league, I'm not really jumping to go over and take the Kansas City secondary at all. So I just don't understand how the Philadelphia Eagles are going to be able to scheme against that, even with the tush push. That doesn't make any sense to me. I do think that the tight end position has been vulnerable this year. Shout out to you for bringing that up, to be honest with you. That's a really good fucking pull. They have been pretty shite against the tight end this year. But other than that, I really don't see a weakness in their team against the Philadelphia Eagles on that defense to offensive side. I think if any team is going to shut the Philadelphia Eagles and Saquon Barkley down, I think it's going to be the front of the Kansas City Chiefs, because they just seem to get through at all matters. It doesn't matter when. When it's time, they are going to get through to the quarterback and put him to the ground. They have shown that over and over again this year and consistently through the playoffs. So I have to take the Chiefs.
It's all right. I mean, I get it. I understand. I am not going to discount anything that you said, because there's just so much to unpack there in so many different ways.
Molly is taking the Eagles.
Is she?
Oh
my.
I asked her.
My.
I said Philadelphia or Kansas City, and she said, nobody. I said, fair pick, but you need to pick. And there was a long pause. And then I had to yell at her again and say, hello, I need to go record. And she said, Eagles. I don't want the Kansas City Chiefs to win it again. So, Jerry, Where are you and Brooke going for the last game of the year?
I'd like to start with Brooke's pick because the method at which she made her selection, the
yes, this is going to be great.
Resource, the inspiration.
Oh no,
dare I say, to this pick. Oh man, hold on 1 second. I know I have it. She sent me, okay, right here. It's the fucking, there's an article. Please tell me this thing. Yep, okay, here we go. So, the Dolphin at the Clearwater Marine Aquarium predicted the Eagles' victory over the Chiefs. A dolphin named Nick at the Clearwater Marine Aquarium in Tampa Bay, Florida, has made his pick for the big game in 2025. He's well known for his accurate sports predictions and correctly predicted the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl the last 2 seasons. But this year is predicting an Eagles victory.
Oh my God.
This is courtesy of the local news here in the Tampa Bay area. So according to Nick the Dolphin, Brooke is selecting the Philadelphia Eagles to be the Super Bowl licks champions. My reasoning for this,
just wow. By the way,
yeah,
I was actually out of I was out of breath momentarily. That's why I was actually silent. I actually didn't know what to say, Jerry. I didn't.
And that article I read is from Channel 10 WJAR around here. Some website turn210.com. That's where I got it. She sent me this and then she used that pick. I'm just giving you guys time to digest that and to finish laughing and to catch your breath and to all the wonderful things that you've grown to love and expect out of this podcast. So I too am going with the Eagles, and I'm only going with the Eagles for one reason and one reason only. I don't care who wins this game. It's Saquon Barkley. I'm choosing the Eagles for Saquon Barkley. I want him to get his ring. Who better to get his ring against than the dreaded Kansas City Chiefs, the team that everybody's grown to hate so much. There's so much just venom and vitriol being sprayed their way, being shot their way. They're catching strays constantly. Are they really strays though? No, I understand why everybody hates them. I mean, refs, all that shit, it's pretty fucked up. Almost as fucked up as the memes you send me about Patrick Mahomes. But we'll leave that for another time.
But he is a frog. He sounds like Kermit the fucking Frog, bro. There's nobody on earth who hasn't if anyone is listening to this and they haven't had a moment to go put on a Patrick Mahomes interview and just close your eyes and think of Kermit the Frog. I mean, there you go. There's your present for 2025.
Hi-ho, this is Kermit the Frog. We played a good game today. The guys came out and they really showed up and they did everything they could. And he has his fucking skinny arms flying around. That'd be funny. I'm doing it for Saquon, man. I rearranged my closet a little bit upstairs, and I thought I got rid of it, and I didn't. I just threw it in the back of the closet. It was my white Color Rush Saquon jersey, Giants, of course. And I looked at it and I was like, damn, man, this sucks. This guy's gone. Like I kind of had a moment. I was like, I've been talking you up all season. You've been my fucking golden goose all season. So why am I going to stop now? I've done nothing but praise this man. I've done nothing but glaze him, whatever you want to call it. I have talked very, very often and very positively of Saquon Barkley this season. So with that in mind, I'm gonna stick with them to win. I think position for position, the Eagles are better than the Chiefs at all but about 2, maybe 3 positions. Quarterback, obviously. Tight end, obviously. Even still, I still think Travis Kelce's better than Dallas Goedert, even though Goddard's younger and all that. When in a game like this, I'm going Kelce all day. And then I think you can make an argument for Jalen Carter and I'm drawing an absolute blank. The DT for KC.
Fletcher Cox.
No, fucker. God, whatever. Anyway, y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm just drawing an absolute blank. I apologize.
I don't know. Jalen Carter and somebody else. I know there's someone else there, but
yeah, he's a big fucker. He's making like the 30. He's just the man.
Sure, it's not Fletcher really Cox.
No, Fletcher Cox used to be an Eagle. Dickhead, stop it. That Eagles defense is better, especially in the secondary, than the Chiefs are. I think the only real threat to the Eagles secondary is if when Andy Reid resorts to trickeration, and it's going to involve Travis Kelce and Xavier Worthy somehow. There's going to be some funky ass play. Oh, there's a prop that another one. I just thought about this. Dude I work with, Sean, he sent it to me. There's an over under on number of players who are going to attempt a pass, and it's at 2.5. This shit's fucking nuts. Here it is. Over 2.5 is plus 158. So like if there's like a little shuffle pass and somebody's gonna throw, somebody else besides Mahomes or Hurts throws a pass. I mean, Saquon could. Goddard could. There's a lot of guys that have potential to throw a pass in this game outside of the two quarterbacks. So that's
is it attempting a pass or completing?
Attempting a pass, not completing. Attempting.
Gotcha. That's a
it's
good
at plus money. So that's another one to maybe throw some pizza money on. Yeah, I think this game is going to be real tight in the beginning, and then it's just going to blow wide open. And by blow wide open, I think that's when the scoring is going to begin. It's going to be a chess game at the beginning and blah, blah, blah. They got to figure this out and they got to feel each other out. And then the game's going to really start to open up. And because these two coaches are going to be ready to, play the game of chess with one another. Try to, especially Spags. Spags is going to be playing some serious chess with Kellen Moore as to when he's going to bring that blitz. It's going to be really, really interesting. And then, Fangio versus who's the offensive coordinator for, I think Andy Reid calls the plays, actually.
Yeah, he does. So
it's going to be good. I think it's going to be a good matchup. It's just unfortunate it's two teams that we're not like real hyped about because like we've already seen this. We were already there. Some people are.
I just don't like either of them. They're both or whatever. Are
just done.
They're both whatever.
I mean, I get it, and it's because we had high hopes on like the Detroits and Baltimore and potentially Buffalo after the fact. Washington maybe because they would shock the world.
I just want to say, for the record, I still think Buffalo got that first down. I think they got that first down.
I agree, but that's not doing anything for them right now.
No. I understand that, but I just, for the record, I still don't understand how that was not a first down. I just don't. I don't get it.
They need to hurry up and just put a chip in the fucking ball and have like a sensor
maybe,
at
Jerry,
the line.
Maybe they'll apologize.
The line, bing, done.
Maybe they'll apologize like they did to the Cowboys and Dez for not calling that touchdown on the catch for Dez.
Yeah, that's gonna help.
Right? That's gonna fix everything. You fucking Gene's territory, you dick. Fucking guy.
Ridiculous.
I can't. I'm lone wolfing, Jerry. I'm lone wolfing.
You are lone wolfing.
Wow.
I'm actually shocked Molly picked Philly.
Me too. That's what I said. I said,
I understand where she's coming from. She's suffering from the exhaustion. Did I mention that stupid T Swift bet?
No, you haven't mentioned it yet.
Okay, I gotta hold on.
I'm taking the over, by the way. While you do that, where are you?
I'm leaning that way as well.
So over, yes.
Yeah. I'm because I think ultimately my main
we're
play.
On the same read on this. I think
it's
going to be close, and then it's going to go nuts in the third and fourth quarter.
Right,
it's going to be bananas.
Yeah, I definitely think maybe a second half overplay might be in order.
Oh, I'm thinking 52.5, bro. That's where my eyes are here.
Well, here, let me look at the first. Do I even have a first half total yet? Yeah. So under 24, I tell you what, if that hook shows up, if you see a 24.5, fucking take that under in the first half. I absolutely think that's a thing. 24. Okay, you got to push if you want to play safe. But if that hook shows up, man, jump on that. I think that definitely happens. It'll be a sweat though, because they're going to start super slow in the first quarter. Second quarter is going to ramp up a little bit. It might get close to that number, but I don't think it gets over. And then starting from the third quarter on, we're going to have fucking fireworks. It's going to go down. Like shit's going to get wild. I want to find this novelty. Yes, I think it was oh yeah, okay, here we go. So this, my book, local book, my guy, has this one says T Swift scores first touchdown. Yes, minus 120, no, minus 110. Now what that means is either T, Travis Kelce, S, Saquon Barkley, W, Xavier Worthy, I, Isaiah Pacheco, G, Karloff, F, Tis, this guy's a fucking, what the fuck? D, Dallas Goddard with the T. Oh my God. I don't know where he found this, that he put this on here. Will or won't score first TD by possessing the ball in the end zone. So Kelce, Barkley, Worthy, Pacheco, Karlaftis, Goddard will or won't score. So yes, they will score the first touchdown of the game. Minus 120. So you're giving yourself between Kelce, Barkley, Worthy, Pacheco, and Goddard. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of the 6 guys on offense, and then like if you think Karlaftis is going to score, you might as well just like fucking sprinkle money on him.
Yeah,
just
separately.
Scoring anyway.
Yeah.
That'd be like plus 80,000 or something.
Jalen Hurts get the tush push on the first touchdown of the game.
Exactly.
I'll just get angry into obliteration.
It'd be such a sucker bet. But I had to share that because I saw that and I'm just like, what the fuck?
I don't know. I still think out of anything that we've mentioned today, the plus 170 on the Kansas City behind to win is absolute money.
That's a good one.
That's the money.
That's a good one. I mean,
Jerry, let's not forget, this is the one bet that I do every single year on this podcast. I love this one. I put money on it every single year. I couldn't find an over-under on the national anthem time, or else I would have thrown that in there as well.
I've got it, I can tell you, and you can tell me what you think right now.
Let's go for
over,
sure.
Under 120 and a half seconds.
120 and a half seconds.
Yep.
Ooh, I think it's usually about 124.
That's what my guys got it at right now. Length of national anthem in seconds, sung by John Batista from first singing note until last note sung.
And he said 124 seconds?
120 and a half seconds.
Ooh.
120.5. So 2 minutes and half a second.
Oh, I'm taking the over. Definitely taking the over. Yeah, this is usually like a 2 minute and 20-second affair. For sure. So
just because I'm not going to mess with this. I've done it the last couple of years and I'm just like, I'm so stupid. I don't know why I mess with this. There was a mention that since this isn't a domed stadium, the flyover is a little different. Could affect the length of it for some reason. Don't know why. Oh, I think because since it's not in an open air stadium, if the singer doesn't, like maybe if it's running behind or they're told something and it's supposed to be within a certain range or whatever, might hold a note a little longer just to delay because they're about to try and time it right as far as like finishing and then the flyover. Yeah, to me, that's somebody that's thinking way too much about that. I don't. You either just do that for fun or you just don't do it. Like, stop reading into that shit.
The shortest anthem I can remember in my mind was 2 minutes and 5 seconds on a bet that I've ever done. So I'm taking the over on this one for sure. I hope I can find it. I love that one. Thank you for that, Jerry. However, the one that I am definitely talking about is none other than, folks, the color of the Gatorade poured on the winning head coach, which is obviously going to be Andy Reid. We have a minus 170 on the yellow, lime, or green. We have a plus 350 on the Propel, which I think I went with last year. Orange, plus 600. Blue, plus 1,200. Red or pink, plus 1,200. Water or clear, plus 1,400. No Gatorade poured at plus 18. Jerry, I know you've thought long and hard about this one. The most important prop of them all. What is your call, sir? What is your Gatorade color of 2020? Technically 4, but 25.
All right. When it comes to my selection for the color of the Gatorade, I'm going to use your Casey logic here that you're going with. And you think Casey's going to win, so it's going to be Andy Reid getting dumped three times a charm. And I think they're going to do it in the team red. I think it's going to be red for the third, and for it to, just bring it home with the Super Bowl is rigged and Casey's in on it, and the whole narrative that the NFL is just a simulation and none of this is real. So, and I like Juicy. I believe you said plus 1,200 odds on that. So that can get a little pizza money and make me a really, really happy guy on Sunday after the game's over. And if it's, the result that I don't want to see, but hey, I see red Gatorade and that's plus 1,200 and I just won, a couple $100. Sweet.
Down. Written, etched in stone. Jerry, I want to get your live reaction to this as we exit out of here. As you know, Fuck You Mike is getting married again. We covered this extensively here on the Fucked Up Fantasy Football Podcast. Who gets married on a Friday, Mike? Like, really, bro? Fuck me. Jerry, of course they send out an invitation, and it has these pictures of him and his fiance. I would like you to please pick up your phone and look at her WhatsApp message. I saw this, and I messaged my wife because my wife has some photoshopping skills, and we decided to cook this up together to celebrate Mike's wedding. So what Jerry's now looking at right now is Mike having Saquon Barkley straddle him, and he's looking intimately into the eyes of Jalen Hurts. I sent that to Mike. Fuck you, Mike. I love you. I am forever a troll, Jerry. I can't help myself ever, but the moment...
Oh my God, this is so funny.
I can't help myself. I can't help myself.
And like in full football, like...
Yes. I gave my wife the names of the players. She located the pictures and put them on the picture. Fantastic.
Those are golden.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Fucked Up Fantasy Football Podcast. This is our Super Bowl Pets episode, sirs and gentle sirs. Fuck you, Mike. Go Kansas City Chiefs. Fuck your Philadelphia Eagles, you fuckbag. Man, this is like the most difficult bet next to last weekend, I guess, or 2 weekends ago. I don't know. God damn it. I'm still sad face about the fucking Ravens, bro. God damn it. Damn it. Man. Shout out to Josh Allen, National Football League MVP.
Oh, you know what? I totally forgot. I had all the awards. I was going to run through them real quick. He got MVP. No one cares about that. Coach of the Year was Kevin O'Connell. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Jared Verse from the Rams. Comeback Player, Joe Breezy. Offensive Player of the Year, Saquon. Congratulations, Saquon. Defensive Player of the Year, Patrick Surtain. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jaden Daniels. No surprise there. And that's all I have right now. I don't know if there was anything after that. I think that might be all of
Yeah, there's like Walter Payton Awards, I think, or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I skipped that
FedEx
one.
Aaron Ground.
Okay, yeah, you're good Samaritan, cool. Like, unfortunately, people forget about you, but the people you're helping do appreciate you. And Eric Armstead, it was from the Jaguars. So I'll shout him out. I mean, my God, I'm being an absolute dickhead over here. Sorry. Yeah, Walter Payton, Man of the Year, Jaguars defensive end, Eric Armstead.
Jerry, are you working on the Super Bowl?
Yeah. Hopefully, I'm hoping we clear out soon enough that I can get home about an hour before kickoff. Otherwise, I should be home by 6 Eastern time. So that puts me at about 30, 40 minutes before kickoff. You better believe I'm going to have the accelerated shower and all those things, because like this TV is going to be super fucking loud. I want to see all the commercials. I want to see Kendrick rip it. And yeah, I want to stuff my face. I'm already established that, or I have already established I'm off on Monday. Should be a national holiday. And yeah, I'm thrilled for the experience of Super Bowl, just not this matchup, I guess I'll say.
Hey, fair play. Good luck to everybody in their daily fantasy matchups and your Super Bowl bets. Thank God you're not playing against Jerry and myself, and win some fucking money.